Hey guys, welcome to the 2021 Swap Moto Live 450 Motocross Shootout. We're here today at Kawia Creek. As always, I've assembled a testing staff of 6 riders. The same 6 guys as 2021. It's been a while since we've been able to pull that off. All 6 guys returning. That's really good because it ensures some consistency from last year. We've got 5 bikes. The one we're missing this year is a 2021 Suzuki YZ450, only because the bike has yet to be announced, like when it's coming out. It's completely unchanged, just graphics, so kind of know where it would finish anyway. We plan to do some great things with Suzuki in the future anyway when the bike comes out, so we want to move forward with our comparison right now. Basically, we've got 4 bikes that are refined and 1 all-new bike. The all-new bike being the Honda 2021 Honda 450 is probably the most anticipated bike of the year. So we've got that here. Other bikes, Cowie's got a new clutch, suspension changes on the Husky and KTM, Yamaha minor refinements as well. But yeah, we're here at Kawia. We've got 6 guys. People making this shootout possible are our friends at 805 Beer. Rene Garcia is only 20 though, so he doesn't get to partake afterwards. Amsoil Oil is running through all the bikes. We're recording the test laps with a GoPro on the helmets of the riders. And Maxxis tires are ensuring consistent traction on all the bikes. We're running the Maxxis ST, which has been developed by Supercross King, Jeremy McGrath. We've been running it a lot. The ST works amazing on soft terrain, which Kawia Creek is. It's decomposed granite. So yeah, it should be a good day. Check out our shootout. So for 2021, on a personal note, I was super excited to come to the shootout because in June, I crashed my mountain bike and technically I broke a bone in my neck, had some bad issues with my arm, and I've been off bike for a while. So my big goal was to get back on a motorcycle and be riding well enough and have enough fitness to do the shootout this year. So for me, this was a big achievement to be here. But once again, I picked the 2021 Kawasaki KX450 as my favorite. I have to admit that there's some familiarity that comes along with that decision, but on purpose, I rode it towards the end of the day, and it was like putting on an old shoe. Super comfortable, predictable, knew what it was gonna do. Cowie has a fabulous engine. It's very broad, very smooth, but you can be aggressive with it, hit the clutch, and make it hit harder. I think that the new clutch, the cone spring type clutch, is much better than the one it replaces last year, the traditional spring clutch with the judder. There's less clutch slip down low as you roll the throttle on without hitting the clutch lever. The bike has much more torque and response. So it's a better bike than it was last year. I chose it first last year, choosing it again this year. It's the one that suits me the best.
Hey guys, so great day out here at the 2021 shootout. Long day, a lot of fun, a lot of work though. And hey, clear-cut winner for me is the Yamaha. A lot of minor improvements to the other bikes, including the Yamaha. Obviously, Honda's all new. I intentionally rode the Yamaha last, wanted to see what everybody else felt like. And man, number one, field is thick. These bikes are all really, really good. But what stood out for me on the Yamaha, it's just got a good balance. The chassis is good, it's solid. There's just a couple bikes that just missed the mark on their suspension settings, and entering corners is where I really noticed a lot of the difference. Some of these bikes with softer front ends, they're wanting to wash, they're wanting to wallow, the bike's wiggling a little bit. I get on the Yamaha and I land off jumps going into a turn, and the bike's just stable and planted, and it's not doing anything out of the ordinary. It's not taking any input from me, and it's like, wow, I can actually relax on this bike. One of the benefits of the Yamaha is the spring fork, but it's sprung really well. It's got a stiffer spring than most of the other spring forks. It's up in the stroke. It's a little bit more substantial, gives it a better feel. Exiting the corners, it puts good power to the ground. The shock is really good. It's very smooth. It's comfortable. There are bikes that corner better. There are bikes that have more brute power down low. There are bikes that rev farther. But the Yamaha motor is really good. One of the updates to the Yamaha is a new TP5 map. It's got a lot of grunt, but it's also a broad power. It's spread the power out, easy to manage, easy to control. Guys, I really wanted to like some other bikes this year. The Yamaha is really good. It's my favorite.
After spending most of the day at Kahia motocross track, my overall winner of the day for the 2021 450 Swap Moto Live Shootout will be the Yamaha YZ450. Nothing was changed this year, but it won last year, and the bike is just unbelievable in my opinion. It has a phenomenal motor, great KYB package and suspension, and just a very, very versatile bike in its own. I can ride it very smooth and almost lethargic, and it's fun to ride. I can push it extremely hard in the turns and ride it in different form, and the bike can take that. The versatility of the bike is what I like. The chassis is very comfortable. The motor is very potent, but yet very rideable with a quick response. A lot of that's from that reverse engine that they've really dialed in over the years, that intake, that air coming in from the front. My personal bike is a Yamaha, and it's dialed in with Enzo suspension. I've done a lot of work to it. So I actually, going into this, going to be quite hard on the bike because I know how good the bike can be from off-stock trim. But getting back on a production bike, they really deliver a great consumer-friendly model. My bike's set up for me and not anyone else. Yamaha brings a bike to the table that's great for myself, being a pro, and even a novice rider with comfort, good mapping, great suspension, and one heck of a power plant that can be ridden at a beginner to pro to vet level rider. So all in all, kudos to the Yamaha team, the whole blue crew over there.
All right, 2021 Swap Moto Live Shootout 450s today. Another awesome opportunity being out here. I love riding all these bikes. Every bike is really good. It's all kind of based on the opinion, but I had to choose the KTM once again. I chose that last year. I'm gonna stick with it again this year. They switched up a few things, and overall the bike, it handles really well. The package from the suspension, its cornering, its handling, its motor, everything about that bike is just, I really mesh with it pretty well. And I had a blast riding them all, but something just stuck out to me riding that KTM. And I mean, there really isn't a bad bike. I mean, when you're watching this video, we're just giving you our opinions. If you had the chance or the opportunity to ride someone's bike at a local track, let you be the judge of which bike you think's the best. But I had a ton of fun riding all of them. They each have a little different characteristic, and you kind of adapt your riding style the way that you ride them. And for me, I just jumped right on that KTM once again, and I meshed with it right away. I just gel. Something about it, I don't know if it's the frame, just the way they machine those things. They're all around a solid bike, and I really enjoy riding them.
favorite bike today, the Kawasaki KX450. For me, the biggest thing that separates this bike compared to the others is how easy it is for me to ride it. There's not a whole lot of things I got to do to this bike. We make a few suspension adjustments and the suspension feels like it's valved for me. The motor is awesome. It rips, it has really good strong bottom end, and it pulls strong throughout the top end. I believe today we ran the white coupler, and I love it. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of things I can complain about this bike. It's super stable, very, very planted. The bike corners exceptional. So like I said, it's just the easiest bike for me to ride. I jump on this thing and I feel like I can go do motos, like no problem. It's just super comfortable and very confidence inspiring due to the very planted feel of the front end. And for me, it's the easiest bike for me to ride, and that's why it's my favorite.
My pick for the best 450 for 2021 is Kawasaki KX450. I feel for me it's the best all-around bike. It does everything well. It's got a great motor, it's got a great chassis. It just has a great overall feel in every condition in the track. So I just really felt like that was pretty much our, I was most comfortable on this bike. So for me, it's definitely my shootout winner.
In addition to asking each test rider to choose their favorite bike, we asked them to rank the 5 machines in the order in which they would choose to race them. These stats, coupled with the impressions of each machine that we've gathered in our time at the track previously, helped us choose an overall winner to be declared our 2021 450 Bike of the Year. When the scores were tallied, there was actually a points tie between the Kawasaki KX450 and the defending champion, the Yamaha YZ450F. The tie was broken by virtue of the Kawasaki's 3 first-place votes in comparison to the Yamaha's 2. The Austrian duo came next, with KTM edging out the Husqvarna by a narrow margin. Honda's 5th-place finish is in no way indicative of the all-new motorcycle's true potential, as every tester agreed that they could easily transform the CRF into a race-winning machine with some suspension work and ignition mapping. Our shootout comparison is, however, between bikes as they are delivered off the showroom floor, and the 2021 Swap Moto Live Bike of the Year is the nicely refined Kawasaki KX450. Make no mistake about it though, our shootout is a collection of opinions from a group of test riders, and your personal tastes and opinions may vary greatly. If you're in the market for a new bike this season, we advise you to do your own research, talk to friends who have the bikes you're considering, and even take some test rides as opportunities allow. No matter what you choose, every bike can be made into a winner with some carefully chosen mods. Thanks for watching.